So I have what some people might consider to be a very unhealthy addiction to silver. I talk about it all the time. In fact, my channel name is Silver Seeker, and that is primarily what we talk about. But I do, in fact, stack gold as well. I get comments all the time from people asking if I'll do more videos about gold and if I stack gold. And some people even say, don't stack silver, just buy gold. What are you doing? But listen, we are going to talk a little bit more about gold this year. And just to give you an example that I do stack, here are just a few of the samples that I got out to share with you today. This is my 06W Proof 69 Buffalo. So that is a 1 ounce gold Buffalo in proof. We have a 2021 Type 2 1 ounce gold American Eagle. And of course, we have 10 10th ounce gold Eagles that I have in this holder here, which I really like this holder. But I want to talk about gold on a little bit smaller of a scale today. So let's go ahead and wipe this out, shall we? And now we have a little bit more what we want to talk about today. We are going to talk about 1/10 of an ounce of gold. In fact, let's go ahead and break this down even more. So what we have in front of us are Utah Goldbacks. We actually have specifically 1/10 of an ounce of gold between all of these notes. So with the $50 Goldback, we have 1/20th of a troy ounce. With the 25, we have, as you can see, a 1/40th, and then it continues to break down 1/100th. And then here we go with a 1/200th, and then we have 10 of the 1/1000th troy ounce Goldbacks. So I know you guys have been seeing a lot of videos about Goldbacks on YouTube, and the reason for that is the owner of Goldback, or I guess maybe one of the higher ups in Goldback. But anyway, I was contacted by Goldback, and they asked me if they sent me some that I would do a review video on them. They didn't ask me to say anything specific. They didn't give me anything to say or not to say. So they are not paying me to do this video outside of sending me these Goldbacks to review. And I'm going to give you my 100% honest opinion on what I believe about Goldbacks now that I've had more in front of me than I had, I think, about a year or two ago, when all I had was this one single $1 Utah Goldback right here to do a review on. So I've done a lot more research. I've read a lot more. And in this video today, we are going to talk about quite a bit. And also, although we aren't going to do it in this video, guys, we are actually going to test one of these in a future video and see if we can actually test for real gold with this and if it will actually pass a gold test. So that's what we're going to do today, guys. We're going to talk a little bit more about the Goldback, but really quick, if you are new here, if you want to learn more about things like this, and if you want to learn a little bit more about gold and silver stacking, and additionally, if you want to see that testing video in the future, don't forget to subscribe. It's free and easy and really helps the channel out, and we are almost at 50,000 subscribers. So let's start off by answering the question, what exactly is a Goldback? Well, according to Goldback's own website, a Goldback is basically a currency that is backed by gold. Unlike that fiat dollar that's in your wallet right now or sitting in your bank account that's backed by nothing other than the fact that we believe it's worth something and the government tells us that it's worth something, this Goldback actually has real tangible gold inside of it. And that's how it's backed by gold, because it is gold. In fact, if you look at this 50 Goldback right here, take a look at the bottom. It says this gold coin contains 1/20th troy ounce of 24 karat gold for circulation in Utah. But as we know, gold has value everywhere, not just in Utah. And that's what's really cool about the Goldback, is they actually create these notes with the gold inside them. So there's not like a vault somewhere where they say, hey, listen, here's your 50 Goldback. That means we have 1/20th of a troy ounce of gold sitting in this vault to back this note, like the government used to do, but probably didn't, which is why we are now a fiat currency. The gold is actually in the note. So when you have a 50 Goldback, for example, you actually have the 1/20th of a troy ounce of 24 karat gold on you, because it's actually in this note. Now, how do they do that? Well, I don't know if you guys know this, but gold is actually the most malleable metal on Earth. In fact, according to chemical.com, gold can actually be beaten to a thickness of 0.1 microns. Just to give you an example, a stack of 1,000 sheets of 0.1 micron gold leaf is the same thickness as a typical piece of printer paper. So imagine that. Imagine how thin you can actually get. You can take an ounce of gold and you can beat it so thin that it can cover an entire football field with just 1 ounce of gold. That's how malleable gold is, and that's how these Goldbacks are possible, because they thin the gold out and they make these notes with them using real gold. So the next question is, if you were to want to buy a bunch of Goldbacks, what is the premium? Like, how much is it per ounce? If you were to say buy 20 of these $50 Goldbacks, how much would you pay? Well, according to Goldback's own website, one Goldback actually has an exchange rate of $3.76. So you've heard that right, $3.76, which means 1/1000th of a troy ounce would cost you $3.76. In other words, 1,000 of these, which is 1 ounce of gold, would cost you $3,760 at the current exchange rate. If that seems high to you, that's because it is. That's about double of gold spot price right now. Actually, it's a little bit higher than that. So the exchange rate for the Goldbacks is obviously much higher than the gold content inside. You have to wonder, honestly, when you think about this and when you think about the exchange rate, is the extra value of the Goldback like your fiat currency? Like it only has more value than the gold because we believe it does because of what it is. I mean, part of it is yes, but another part of it goes into thinking about how much it actually costs to create these things. So, for example, to create one 1 ounce gold eagle probably has close to the same amount of difficulty as creating one of these things, except for now you have to create 1,000 of them to get yourself an ounce of gold. So there definitely is higher production cost, which will go into being a higher premium. But the Goldback website actually says that the exchange rate on these means that you could take this into, let's say, a Utah business that accepts Goldback. And by the way, they say between 25 and 50% of Utah small businesses will accept these. If you take this into a Utah small business that accept these, you will actually get $3.76 worth of value, which is something I would like to verify in a future video. So again, make sure you're subscribed. So that is really cool. I do like the idea of the Goldback. I do like that the Goldback really does have the gold in it. And when you feel this $50 piece, you can actually feel how much thicker it is than like this one Goldback. So yeah, clearly it's not 50 times larger than the one, but the thickness means that the gold is probably there. Now, yes, I did actually say probably. And the reason I say that is because one of the things that I'm not a big fan of the Goldback is it's actually really hard to test and verify that the gold is there. Now, keep in mind, I'm not actually questioning whether or not the gold actually exists. I do believe the Goldback team is really putting a 20th ounce of gold inside of this Goldback, for example, but it's very, very easy to test a 1 ounce gold eagle. In fact, you can test this 1 ounce gold eagle with a phone app and the tip of your finger and a ballpoint pen. How easy is it to test and verify a 50 Goldback? How easy is it to verify that there really is 1/20th of an ounce of gold in here? Even when we do our testing video here that I'm going to release in a few days probably, it's still going to be dang near impossible for me to verify that there's a full 20th, even if it does pass the gold test itself, because the lamination is probably going to weigh something as well. And we don't know exactly that number, that breakdown. So what if it's only 1/18th of an ounce? Or well, actually that would be more. What if it's only 1/25th of an ounce? Excuse my bad math. Again, I'm not questioning the Goldback team. I believe 100% that what it says is in here really is in here, but there are skeptics out there that may look at these and go, yeah, how do I know there's really, you have 10 of these $50 Goldbacks, that's how do I know that there's really a half ounce of gold here? You see what I'm saying? And so that is something I have a concern with, whereas with the 1 ounce gold eagle, it's so easy to test these things. They have an exact diameter, an exact thickness, an exact sound. So you can literally resonance test. You can sound test these things. You can specific gravity test these things. You can put them on PMV. None of those things work for these notes. So that's the one thing I worry about. That being said, I think they're awesome. I think the design is gorgeous. The premium, if you want to call it that, the exchange rate, I think is a little bit high for the amount of gold that you actually get in these notes. But I absolutely am going to collect, and I do say collect. I wouldn't consider these a stacking item, but having a few hundred Goldbacks, I think, in your stack, if you will, which, by the way, to get a 10th ounce of gold, you would need 100 Goldbacks. So if you get a couple hundred, you have a couple 10th ounce of gold, you put them in one of these, and you just have them just in case, things really do go sideways or south. And if I'm ever in Utah, I'll probably record a video of me going into a shop that says that they accept these, and I'll try and spend them as well. So that'd be a fun video to look forward to if I ever get out that way. So there you go, guys. That's my thought on the Goldbacks. Let me know what you think down below. I am going to put a link to their website if you want to learn way more about these than what I put in this video. Their website has all the information you'd ever need. Again, I think they're really cool. Additionally, make sure you're subscribed because, like I said, we are going to be testing these. And guys, when I say testing, we're even going to try and burn these things. We're going to cut into them. We are going to use an electronic tester that you guys have never seen on this channel until we do the video. We're going to see how they burn. We're going to take them apart. We're going to try and test them with that electronic tester. We're going to try and test them with acid. We're going to cut them apart. Well, not all of them. Let me be very clear. Just one. The rest of these are going back into my collection. So really cool, guys. Again, link to the website down below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you look forward to those future videos as well. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.